through.
Yeah.
Any temple that is rebuilt, if it is rebuilt, and the Bible does not predict it, but if the temple is rebuilt in Jerusalem and they start offering animal sacrifices again, which is the only purpose for the temple, isn't that like thumbing your nose at Christ?
Yeah.
And that saying, you know, I know Jesus is supposedly the last sacrifice, but we're not accepting that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're going back to the bulls and goats and sheep. That's simply that's giving God the finger, basically. Now, dispensationalists are eager to see that happen, largely because they believe that will be a sign that Jesus is coming back soon, and so they're looking forward to it. But then when they talk about how the Antichrist would defile that temple, you're saying, wouldn't the temple itself be a defiled project? And of course it would. It'd be an anti-Christian project. I mean, Judaism is not just like another form of Christianity. Judaism is much more closely allied to Islam. It has a non-Trinitarian God. It doesn't recognize Jesus as the Son of God or as the Messiah. I mean, Islam and Judaism are different religions, but they're also equally different from Christianity. They're both Christ-denying religions. There's Christ-denying as Hinduism or Buddhism is. So, to think that God wants to somehow restore Judaism, Old Testament Judaism, with the temple and the priests and stuff, which existed for 40 years after Jesus was crucified, before the temple was destroyed, but it existed in defiance of Christ, it would still be in defiance of Christ. Why would Christians see that as a desirable thing? You know? For us to favor the rebuilding of a Jewish temple would be exactly parallel to favoring building of a Hindu temple or a Muslim mosque. These are holy buildings for false religions, anti-Christian religions. And all non-Christian religions are anti-Christian, but not many are more so than Judaism is. I mean, the Talmud, Orthodox Judaism, which is still looking for another Messiah to come, they follow the Talmud. The Talmud specifically says that Jesus was the illegitimate son of a Roman soldier who raped Mary, and that Jesus was a sorcerer, and that he was crucified because of his evil deeds. That's the official view of Judaism. Now, the Muslims have a higher view of Jesus than that. They think he was the greatest prophet. They don't believe he's the Son of God or the Messiah. They believe he's the greatest prophet. They don't believe Muhammad was the greatest prophet. They believe Jesus was a greater prophet than Muhammad, but they follow Muhammad because he was the later prophet. They believe they're obligated to follow the most recent prophet. Islam at least has a very high view of Jesus. Judaism has a very low view of Jesus. Even Hindus often believe Jesus is an avatar, or one of many appearances of the divine in a human form. Most religions have a high view of Jesus, just not a Christian view of Jesus. Judaism is the main world religion that specifically has a low view of Jesus. So, why Christians feel like we should send money to help the Jews build the temple again or something like that is beyond me. What are they thinking? And if there was a temple built again in defiance to Christ, and the Antichrist wrecked it, Christians should be cheering for him, you know? Yeah, you know? But even the fact that they call him the Antichrist, and yet almost all dispensationalists believe the church will be gone, and what the Antichrist is going to persecute is the Jews. But the Jews aren't Christians. Why would an anti-Semitic dictator be called Antichrist when, in their view, there aren't even any Christians on the world anymore? They're raptured. If the Antichrist is against Judaism, well, then he's against a religion that's itself Antichrist, you know? So it's just not very clear thinking on their part, in my opinion. They repeat what they're told, and they haven't really thought through these things.